Hey guys, what's up? Today I just picked up from a junk sale an old drone for $250. The guy I bought it off did not know if it's working, so it's going to be fun to test it out, see if it works. Okay guys, here it is. It's in a backpack. So we're just going to unzip it. Okay. We're going to open that up, see what we've got inside here. Just a little bit more. So here it is guys, it's a Hubsan X4 Pro. We haven't tested it out yet, but we're just about to take it for a test run. And it's going to be interesting to see what this thing's got. This has got 2 batteries and a charger, and it's also got 2 remote controllers. Other remote controllers, yes, there's a spare set of blades, and it's got a really flash ground station sort of control, so that's nice. We're trying that out as well, so let's get this thing on and see if it works. Going to turn on the camera now. Yeah, that one there. Looks like the light's on that, so that's good. We're going to open up our remote controller and turn that on. And we've got camera footage coming up here. It looks a lot like what you'd see through FPV goggles actually. Analog sort of thing. So it looks like, from what I've read from the instruction manual, it looks like this thing needs calibrating, so we'll just do this in here to see if the motor's turned on. So we're just going to calibrate that. I wouldn't do it in this sort of environment in real life though. This is just for a test. Am I doing it the wrong way? Yeah, okay. Looks like that way. Okay, so we've got white lights on there. We've got a bleeping remote. What's that about? Okay, no GPS signal. Okay, that's fine. And we're gonna try and do the CSC and see if this thing starts up. When you see it go. Okay, looks like we've got some failed motors along here. Okay, looks like we've got some ESC replacing to do. So if these 2 motors don't seem to work, I did notice that it seemed like they were stiffer than the other ones. So these ones spin really freely, but these ones are really stiff. So that is definitely a sign of a burnt out ESC. So looks like that's what's happened. So I'll turn off the remote controller and we'll get to repairing that. Okay guys, we've got our 2 spare ESCs here. They took several weeks to come and the shipping was very expensive, and when they came I knew why the shipping was so expensive. They were shipped in an oversized package. But anyway, they've arrived safe and sound, so we'll be fitting these into the drone today. Okay, so we've got a mat here, and we've got our drone. We're going to now start disassembling this thing and getting right down to where the motors join to the circuit board, the main motherboard. So we've got obviously a blanket under here or a towel to prevent any screws from escaping, so they just all land on the white towel, which makes them easy to see. And now we're going to just disassemble this thing. Okay guys, so the two burnt out ESCs are these two, so we're going to replace it with these new ones. First thing to undo these, looks like we're going to unsolder the motor wires. Oops, we've got to unsolder the motor wires and do a couple of unplugging and yeah, around here. So it's going to be a bit of a mission, but we'll do this. So pull out this wire here.
Cool, it's going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Okay guys, we're going to unsolder all these wires. I'm going to keep these two wires here and this one here. It's just going to make the installation simpler. So I'm going to heat up one of these ESC's wires and pull that off. Pull that off. Come on, dude. Get off. There we are. One's off. And I do it with this one as well. That one's off. Okay, so our ESC is just tied by these motor wires, and that's the little LED thing which sticks on the motor, so we're just going to heat that up. Melt those ones off. Guys, what did I just find out here? I found that the ESCs are not broken at all. These damn motors, they are stuffed. I do not see why. The screws seem perfectly natural, and I didn't know brushless motors could exactly burn out and go stiff, but easily, unless they're on a really high kilovolt rating, like really high voltage, sorry. But this one, well, he seems burnt out. He's all stiff, and I've taken it off. None of the wires are shorted, and it's very stiff. So, guys, what am I going to do? Well, what I'm going to do is I have a few of these DJI Phantom motors that are left over from a few old projects repairing some old Phantom 2 drones that I had. But these were excess in the orders, so I'm going to test this out and just take it for a quick... Oh wait, no, I've actually just done it, and it span up, and this is an old ESC, so these don't need... They're brilliant spares, but we don't really need them, so...
How much did you spend on that, dude?
Over $100, I think, bro. So,
right.
Turns out these damn old motors can just do just fine on these. So I'm going to install those and try and fly it and see what happens. So, right, I'm going to put all this back together. Okay, guys, after many trials and tribulations, we've finally decided we're replacing it for the start with these motors. We've tested the RPMs and everything. They seem about the same, similar performance. So, yes, we're just going to finish screwing these motors to the mounts, and then we're going to basically put this thing on and see if it flies in a controlled environment. So I'm going to turn these over and start reinstalling all those screws. Guys, we got all our shell done up. We got the two new motors in here. We're going to power this up. We're going to power the remote controller up. Open that lid. Shut the controller. I'm going to power this up. See if it works. Okay. It says carburet compass. We're just going to do that in here for motors testing. No, wait, there's more like this. Okay, this is a big moment, guys. See if these motors work. They do. I'm lucky. I'm a happy man. Right, so let's test that with a prop or two on there. Jesse, get out of the way, sorry guys, just gonna put two more props on here. Let's try this one. Alright, looks like it's working. Right, so we're going to take this thing on a test flight now. This is the scary part. Who knows what this thing's going to do. Right, so okay, floodlights. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Who knows? GPS.
Man, it goes, dude.
Oh my god!
It flies. No way. That's just like the Phantom, actually. Man, it's windy out here. You know, it's windy. That sounds just like the Phantom, dude. Alright.
Wow, works guys. That's great. We've got a working drone. Another working drone. Guys, thank you for watching this video of mine. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Hopefully you enjoyed watching it as much as I did fixing it. So yeah, thanks again and bye.